morning, Majora's fans. Today is Sunday,
Fuck you.
the 18th of June, 2023, and Sunday is Majora's Day. So today, all day, I'll be playing with...
Buddha.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? We're back with Majora's Mask. This should be the last one, the last recording session.
Yeah, and then I get to play Ocarina of Time. That's what I'm excited for.
I'm excited too. I love... do you know how I consume media?
How?
Like if it's a video game, like I set up like just an order and I just go back to back to back to back. Same with TV shows, books, whatever. And like when I get to the end of one, near the end of one, I get excited for not only to finish one but to start a new one, and that excitement is just peak.
I think that's the appeal of most media.
I know, but like
the process.
I just feel that part goes underappreciated.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes it goes too far, though. Like with Marvel movies,
Oh yeah.
they continuous like I feel like so much like so like when they did I'd say in between Avengers 1 and
Mhm.
Avengers Endgame, like every single movie just felt like it didn't have a lot to offer on its own, and it was constantly like left you anticipating what was coming next. Don't get me wrong, there are very notable exceptions, such as like Guardians of the Galaxy or like, you know, Doctor Strange, etc., etc.
Oh my god, this is the last time we're going to the fucking the thing, the banker. I'm gonna be so sad. I'm honestly kind of sad to see it go.
I feel like they continued to like allude to this Thanos character like so hard that after Endgame, it's very difficult to like even care about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Because the stakes were like so high, and there's like no huge thing.
You're gonna hate what I'm about to say, but I feel the exact same about Kingdom Hearts. Like ever since fucking the second game, which wasn't Kingdom Hearts 2, it was fucking Chain of Memories, they've been building up this huge fucking like saga with these villains, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 was meant to be the payoff, but at the ending of Kingdom Hearts 3 is a fucking cliffhanger for Kingdom Hearts 4.
Jesus.
Can you believe that?
I feel like media can get too big. Like, it can feel like there is no like real conclusion to. It feels like the only conclusion is like, you know, your conclusion is in another castle, basically.
Yeah.
Is my reaction to every Marvel movie. You know, it's. And I feel like if that weren't the case, if they let them be standalone, that's why I love the Spider-Man ones. Yeah, they did a great job of doing that.
Speaking of Spider-Man, guess what I saw Wednesday?
Spider-Verse.
I did.
Don't spoil anything.
But there's something I want to talk about that's not like really a spoiler, but
I have one question for you.
Yeah.
Does Spectacular Spider-Man have any dialogue?
Yeah, he has a single line.
Is it Josh Keaton?
It is. It sounded like him.
Okay. That's all. That's really all I ask for, because like
Josh
I feel
Keaton
like
voices Spider-Man in Edge of Time, the video game.
I know. Actually, me and Riley were actually talking about Josh Keaton the other day.
He's a pretty good voice actor. I think he's much better than Yuri Lowenthal.
As Spider-Man, particularly, or just in general.
Actually, in general, I'm gonna be honest. Like Yuri Lowenthal is kind of like he's good, but like there's just a lot of better voice actors.
I think he's too iconic.
I know he cannot do a bad guy voice at all. He's terrible as like any bad guy.
I think he's one of those voices that's like instantly recognizable, and it's super cool. It's super cool, like when you finally have that awakening, like when you first learn about him and realize that he's behind a lot of voices that you know. But then like after you make that realization, like once you hear him, it kind of makes you cringe.
Yeah. I just fucking learned that he's the main character in Persona 3. I've been replaying Persona 3 because I'm excited for the remake. And like I hear like the protagonist like say some shit. And I'm like, hold on, is that? No, it couldn't possibly be. And lo and behold, fucking the Persona 3 protagonist is Yuri Lowenthal.
That's how I feel about Tara Strong. But I think Tara Strong does a better job. I think she has a more versatile voice.
Way more talented.
Yeah, well, voice acting, like everyone has like a specific niche. It's very difficult to like determine like with no under no specific category, like just who's a better voice actor, because they all fulfill very different needs. It's such a diverse thing.
Sucks that it does not pay well at all.
Shout out to that one guy that that covered Memories by Maroon 5 in the voice of every Family Guy and Simpsons character.
Shut. Can you just like shut?
Dude, that shit is so good. Those impressions are so spot on.
Shut up.
Dude, for some reason, I don't understand. Like, there's a lot of guys on YouTube who do like those like stupid, like super cringe videos that is like 50 cartoon voices in 2 minutes or whatever, right? Or like 50,
One day
50. But they like actually do a really good job. And the only time I've ever heard of one of those people actually getting like a big deal voice acting gig was this guy when the voice actor of Cleveland Brown, which is a political thing I'm not even going to get into right now, stepped down because he was a white guy voicing Cleveland Brown. Yeah, long story short, I have sympathy for both sides of that argument. Anyways, they got
no motherfucker. Oh,
when they hired a replacement for Cleveland Brown, they got this guy who did like Cleveland Brown plays Call of Duty videos on YouTube. Like he would just like go on video game voice chats and do like a perfect Cleveland Brown impression. And I thought that was pretty cool of them.
Yeah.
I wish more, respectable media would reach out into those, like the internet people.
Actually, so when the first like Spider-Verse teaser came out for Across the Spider-Verse, some dude remade it in like Lego stop motion.
Yeah, I saw the YouTube short about that.
Yeah, and there is an actual like Lego stop motion scene played off as like a joke in the new one that like was made by the dude, and he's only like 14 years old.
Yeah, he's 14. That's super, dude. I looked at that dude's channel, and it was like really, really high quality. Like we're talking like fucking Forest Fire 101, like modern levels of
for real? That's
super cinematic like Lego animation.
I thought he got like a little bit of help with the scene in Spider-Verse.
He probably did. According to that YouTube short that everybody saw, his parents like the studio reached out to his parents, and his parents like bought him like a super cool computer.
Oh, that's so awesome.
But if you look at his channel, it's just full of like super good Lego animations. And apparently they just saw his YouTube. He recreated the trailer.
That's
and
like
they just saw that and was like, yeah, that's really good.
That's like on the same level as like Capcom shutting down the fan remake of Resident Evil 2, but hiring the team to work on the actual remake.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it when they reach out. When media reaches out to its own community.
Yeah.
In ways that make sense. Obviously, like you can't just put fans of like just random fans shit. Yeah. Like it has to be done tastefully. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Can I just say one thing about Spider-Verse?
Yeah, that's if it's not like a major spoiler, that's fine. I'm just waiting for a not cam rip to leak.
It might be, considering on how you look at it, but I genuinely think that you'll think the movie's better if you watch it with this in mind.
Okay, I trust you.
The thing you see before the credits is to be continued.
Oh, so just like that, there's gonna be a sequel. I thought that was.
It ends on a. It's gonna be like how like Hunger Games handled shit with like Mockingjay Part 1 and then Mockingjay Part 2.
I've never seen the Hunger Games movies. I've only read the books.
But it's supposed to be like one story, but they're splitting it between 2 movies.
Okay.
And it's
gonna be Across the Spider-Verse 2.
It's Beyond the Spider-Verse, and it's coming out in March.
Sham.
It's the biggest blue balls. Like I heard people booing in the theater when that happened. And understandably, it was such a big like blue ball cliffhanger ending. And like when I knew the movie was like 2 hours, and like I was like, how are they gonna wrap all this shit up? And then
and they just didn't.
Yeah, and then I see to be continue. I'm like, oh. You all know a movie I was gonna see this week, but I didn't see it?
The Wes Anderson film?
Yeah, Asteroid City. It's not playing in any theaters nearby until Thursday.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that, holy shit, I forgot how ominous these sounds are.
Odawa?
Yeah. But he is actually creepy as fuck.
Oh wait, why am I using the gilded sword? Hold on, I forgot I have a better sword. He kills me instantly. But yeah, no theaters are playing it. So instead, today we watched the Darjeeling Limited, which was really good.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Wes Anderson movie.
A different one?
Yeah,
Oh, you
it's
watched it at home?
Yeah, we rented it on Amazon. Amazon. I hate people who say Amazon.
Amazon?
Amazon. Bro, it's but anyways, today's been pretty hectic for me and my family.
Father's Day related?
Some of it. So, full disclosure, we are recording on the night of Father's Day, but
Yeah.
also my mom was on a business trip and she got back today. So the plan was pick her up, go watch Asteroid City, go home, but obviously that Asteroid shit fell through.
Asteroid shitty.
Asteroid shitty. So we could totally save the Deku Princess, but like,
honestly, fuck that.
Yeah, honestly, fuck her. Who needs women?
Women can't live with them.
Can't live with them. But so that fell through, and then my mom's bags got lost. My mom's luggage is in Chicago.
I'm echoing a little bit, by the way.
Oh, my bad.
Turn me down.
Bags are in Chicago.
Currently?
Yes. Actually, no, they just landed from Chicago. She's on the way to the airport to go get them right now.
I was gonna say I can go drive to Chicago right now.
Pick them up for me.
Everyone in Wisconsin, particularly in Madison, Wisconsin, which is the capital city, which I used to live in, everybody goes to Chicago, like for whatever reason. Like at some point, they have a reason to go to Chicago. A lot of class trips and shit are in Chicago. A lot of people just kind of go check it out. It's cool. It's a cool place.
Is it though?
Yeah, I mean it's a very big city. Isn't it like the fourth biggest city in the country?
Yeah, there's something else that it's bigger in though.
What?
Crime.
Oh, well, obviously. they literally okay. With the insane amount of asset protection the company has, this is almost unheard of. A Walmart in Chicago recently shut down because of shoplifting. They lost so much profit to shoplifting, which might not seem like a huge deal, but like they have like insane asset protection. Like, you know, hypothetically, if you were to steal something from Walmart, like they have enough insurance. Yeah, I'm not saying you should. All I'm saying is that the company, even if you have sympathy for the company, they don't really lose anything. They stole so much in Chicago that they had to shut down the fucking store.
That's actually so funny.
Shout out to the Shiranian refugees who are out there not shoplifting from Walmart.
Hey, yo,
of course.
Shout out to Christina Applegate. Just shout out Christina Applegate.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to my boy Kane West.
Hey, yo, shout out Jason Schwartzman. He's gonna be in 2 movies that I saw this year. You know who Jason Schwartzman is?
I have no idea. Please lecture me.
You probably do. He's Ash in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh.
He's also the main villain of Spider-Verse and also the main character in Asteroid City. Which is crazy because I've seen shit where he's like a kid. He's been acting for a while. I don't have any arrows. Are you fucking kidding me? There we go. By the way, Demi, I didn't write down anything on the sticky notes, just letting you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to talk about that's not Walmart.
Okay, I'll continue with my wacky day. So, we got home, you know, whatever, unwound a bit after the whole wacky situation. And then, my aunt invited my dad to, like, go have ice cream with them and my grandpa. So we all did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then my fucking aunt. My aunt is a single mom. So she gets her two youngest sons, like we're talking like 4 years old and 7 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They take a picture where they're sitting like next to each other, but there's some space in between, and they like put their hands up in the air, and it looks like they're putting their hands over like an invisible person's shoulder.
Yeah.
And she captioned it "Happy Father's Day" and like sent a Facebook message to their father.
Jesus, that. Okay, so I want to say based, right? Like,
But
like
also
calling out a deadbeat dad, but also putting your kids. How old are these kids?
4 years old and 7.
Yeah, don't put your kids. Like,
I know.
that's fucked up. Don't get me wrong. Fuck deadbeat dads, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the specifics, but there was a lot of fighting in the relationship on both ends.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's usually a pretty complicated situation.
Yeah.
And there are often people who are accused of being deadbeat dads when in reality they would really love to take care of their kids and would happily share custody, take care of their children. But the mom just want child support. They just want cash.
Yeah.
You know, they don't actually want their kids to be taken care of. That is a real thing that happens. But then there
I
are
know.
also plenty of deadbeat dads who want to act like they're not deadbeats.
I know.
Like it's, you know,
I mean,
it goes
I just
both
think
ways.
I think both sides in this particular case are in the wrong.
Yeah.
By the way, this is like the 5th time we fought in this boss.
Personally, I couldn't leave a child fatherless or motherless in massive quotation, 7 sets of quotations in my case. Yeah, I would never be able to do that. But I also would never impregnate somebody. So I don't have to deal with that. Big adoption supporter.
I'm a big not having children supporter.
So antinatalism is actually a really interesting
So
topic.
antinatalism. So let's talk about Attack on Titan: The Final Season.
Okay. So antinatalism, like if you self-identify or if you even like express any sympathy to antinatalism as a concept, like if you phrase it that way, you are immediately like a fucking monster, right? Like you're a disgusting person. You want to take away the human right to reproduce, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But then people will go around and just, like openly say that overpopulation is a problem. And in my opinion, if you acknowledge that overpopulation is an issue and that perhaps people should have less children, you are dabbling in antinatalism. At the very least, you're sympathetic to it and its ideals and its goals. I don't identify as an antinatalist because I do believe in the human right to reproduce.
Nah, I go hard. I don't think people. I think you need a license to be able to reproduce.
Very obvious reasons. I think there are very obvious reasons why that wouldn't work. Why that's a bad thing.
Demi,
why that's the oppressive nature of it.
Some people are very dumb.
Okay, here's what I have to say. I don't think you should need a license to reproduce, but I think you should be able to. I think the government should be able to tell some people, like you can't have kids, which is already the case, by the way. Like CPS exists. I think it should be stronger though. I think CPS needs to be a little more comfortable taking away kids who are in objectively abusive situations.
Yeah. That's literally me right now. I'm being so oppressed right now.
I don't know if I would
My
argue
mom told
that.
me to do the dishes today. I'm so oppressed.
Have you seen the South Park episode where they all just like call the cops and say their parents molested them?
Behold, modern
like every
society.
single one. It's like every single adult in the entire city is like locked up in prison.
Yeah. What do you think about people who spread false rape accusations?
I feel like there's a certain level of dishonesty in even asking me what my opinion is on that.
What do you mean? I like it's a load. You think it's a loaded question? Because it is.
No, people who spread false rape out. If you were not sexually assaulted, if it is an unambiguous, cut and dry situation, no sexual assault took place. You are telling people that it did for some kind of personal gain or for any reason, to make the person, to fuck with the person. That's objectively awful. There's no, like, it's not even like a gray area thing. Um, do I believe accusations should be taken seriously, even though false allegations do exist? Yes. Um, do I believe that means anyone who, like, you can just say somebody did something and then put them in front of a firing squad? No. I know people who have faced false allegations of sexual assault, like unambiguously, like cut and dry false allegations. And they didn't deserve any.
No, shut up. George is on screen.
They didn't deserve an ounce of the persecution they received.
Man, I asked you that way too early. I was planning to do that from the start. But no, continue.
And also, obviously, the very obvious thing, it invalidates actual accusations. Like, you are making, whether you realize it or not, you are making
it harder for people to actually come out.
Yeah. Because the more false allegations there are, the less seriously accusations are going to be taken in general. Whether that should be the case is questionable, but that is true.
Because George, there he is.
Like, if there are 100 verifiably false accusations that come out of, say, a group of 500 people, and then like 2 or 3 real ones, I'm not saying this does happen, but like hypothetically, in a world where that happened, where we just allow people to ruin people's lives with false accusations, then your natural conclusion is going to be to believe that any given accusation is probably false, because that is statistically the case. And by making a false accusation, you are statistically ensuring you are making the probability of people believing in an accusation lower. It's horrible. Disgusting. I have no sympathy for people who just make shit up about people like that.
Yeah, I think we need to go back to guilty till proven innocent.
Really?
I just think it's more fun that way. I think we need to go back to like, this person's we've finally proven they're innocent. They're dead. It doesn't matter, they're dead. I think we need to go back to that.
Yeah, that would be really funny.
You'll understand, Demi. It would be really funny.
I still believe being really funny trumps any amount of logical or moral reasoning.
True.
Like, it's like fucking GTA San Andreas. Like, you got your different stat. Why did I say San Andreas specifically? Any fucking video game, you have your different stats. And like, funny is like the number one.
In Rockstar games? For fuck's sake, get out of the water.
I don't know about the later ones, but in GTA San Andreas, they're definitely in stats. And like, your character can like get fat or like get ripped in the game. Your character
Carl Jacobs?
Yeah. What are the stats? There's respect, stamina, muscle, fat, and sex appeal, which is really funny. It affects the likelihood of hookers wanting to fuck you in the game.
That is pretty huge.
That is a next level mechanic. I think every game should have a sex appeal mechanic.
I mean, real life has one, so
it's true.
Yeah. Do you know that this game has one?
What is it?
Hold on, I didn't think this joke through.
Link is like 11.
Whether you're a Goron or not.
Okay.
So now we can finally talk about what really matters. Demi? Oh, what the fuck? We need to talk about what really matters, Demi. Tell me, right now, right here, right now. Do you shit with that ass?
Yeah, I do engage in normal human body functions. Bodily functions.
Now,
I do defecate.
You wipe front to back or back to front?
You gotta do front to back, dude. Do you want... Listen,
really?
If you use toilet paper, like, if you don't have a fucking bidet, if you're not using wet wipes, right, like, you're pretty much... Basically, you're just walking around with shit in your asshole at all times.
I wipe back to front.
Yes, but feces will come in contact with your why what the fuck is your ball sack called? Why can I not think of
Scrotum?
this? Yeah, your why did I not think of the word scrotum? Why could I not think of scrotum? If feces comes in contact with your scrotum, you can get like an infection. And like we're talking
Okay,
like particles.
but what if you wipe your scrotum?
Still, like if you don't want to like smear you don't want to smear shit like anywhere outside of your ass. And that can happen if you wipe back to front. If you wipe front to back, you're ensuring that that doesn't happen. And also, this is a really hot take. Um, you're supposed to wipe sitting down, right? You're in that squatting position. You're gaping asshole, like all the because
Okay, when you say that
the
squatting position, do you mean you like kind of half stand up and wipe?
no. Sometimes you even have to like bend down a little bit, like to get like really up in there. If you actually want to not just be constantly walking around with like a noticeable
A real
shit in your
question.
ass. Let me finish. Let me finish. I gotta tell you the routine.
All right, all
You
right,
gotta
all right.
like sit down. You gotta kind of like bend forward a little bit, get all up in there, and then you stand up. Because there's a lot of spots that you can only get when you stand up.
You're insane.
There's objectively spots that you're missing if you don't like stand up
Okay,
and
but you're
touch it up a little.
objectively insane.
I'm sorry. I like to minimize the amount of shit in my ass at any given time.
Hey, shit ass.
I like to have a little bit less poop ass than the rest of people.
Oh my god, my dad is like watching TV so fucking loud.
Dude, I love it when people just blast the TV, just completely shamelessly.
He's watching the news and they're talking about like Ukraine right now.
There was this episode of fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry David walks into the nursing home.
The
Or
Larry
like,
David.
yeah, he walks into the nursing home where his dad is
I can't
staying,
use the Great Fairy Sword.
and he's just blasting porn, like on his TV. He's just like this old guy. It's just a really funny scene.
What's the fucking episode where where like the dog only listens if he howls? Seek howls? Seek howl?
What? I don't remember that. I know he had a racist dog. Are you talking about Curb?
Yeah, Curb. Like the dog's like acting up and then he howls Hitler and then the dog starts like to act calm. And it's a German Shepherd. Because of course. German Shepherds are pretty cool dogs. All dogs are cool dogs. Except for the one that bit me.
Oh, I just looked it up. I remember this. This did happen.
Yeah.
Do you watch Curb?
No. I
Dude,
tried getting into it.
It's kind of hard to get into, but it's
I watched the first like 5 episodes.
it's the best like sitcom I've ever seen.
Not true.
Maybe Malcolm in the Middle is better. Maybe.
Oh, there's a new season of It's Always Sunny coming out real soon. And I'm very excited for
I
that.
heard about that actually.
I'm so excited because that's the best sitcom.
I might have to get into that.
Do you know that they've been renewed for season 18 and season 16 is about to come out?
I did not know that.
So that whole Ukraine business, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
So
my
the other
entire
day- Go on.
my entire YouTube recommended is just Family Guy shit, and I hate it so much because like, it'll be like 4 in the morning, and I'm completely sleep deprived, and I just want to like rot my brain to like some stupid ass like Family Guy shit posting, and then I don't even watch these clips. You know the fucking meme where it's just Peter saying "I hate" and then the hard R N word.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, it's so funny. Or like, you're stupid, and he says the N word. It's
Yeah.
literally just like all variations. They're just like different Family Guy
You
clips
showed
with
me that.
with the N word inserted, and it's so stupid. It's like the least funny thing ever. And like, if like somebody that didn't know me very well, like saw my YouTube recommended, they'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" It's just all like super racist Family Guy memes.
I've just been getting really into Spider-Man lately because of Spider-Verse hype. I watched like a video talking about how the comics are like awful right now because Spider-Man's never allowed to change or grow. Because the one time he did, the worst comic happened and reset everything. Do
Huh.
you know about One More Day?
I do not. Please enlighten me.
Holy shit. Okay, we're gonna talk about it on the next episode though. Boom, see you everyone.